Well, hey folks, Bill O'Leary coming to you on this Thursday afternoon, coming live as part of our Thirsty Thursday series. For those that have come across this before, you know what you're in store for. For those that are new, it's a weekly thing that I do where I go live and I talk about something I find interesting in sort of what I do for a living, my day to day, which is an estate planning attorney, trusts and wills, powers of attorneys, estates, and the like, elder law, probate, and that sort of thing. So if you're thirsting for knowledge and information, you have come to the right place. So today's topic was based on some questions I've had recently. So what are you to do if Medicare denies coverage? So Medicare will pay for your medical needs, but again, sometimes they will decline to provide coverage. And when you get that denial notice, it can leave you with a really expensive medical bill, as you might imagine. So if Medicare refuses to cover your care, don't think all is lost. Don't assume that that means that you're going to have to take on that financial burden yourself. There may be options. So as a beneficiary of Medicare, if you're eligible for Medicare, you have the right to appeal the denial. And frankly, there are many reasons why Medicare why they might decide to deny or initially refuse to cover a type of care. But again, it is possible, in fact, often with great success, to overcome Medicare's denial by appealing it. And although getting a coverage denial can feel discouraging, no, I'm not going to deny that, those who choose to appeal, again, as I said, often have a very high chance of success. So according to the Medicare Rights Center, 80% of Medicare Part A appeals, Part A of Medicare, 80% of those appeals win, and 92% of Part B appeals win, and the beneficiary gets the coverage that they want. Now, after Medicare declines coverage, first, what do? Identify the reason for the denial. Knowing why Medicare says that they're not going to pay for your care is the first step in a successful appeal. Again, as a beneficiary of Medicare, you should receive a denial notice if you've already received the claim, the treatment. And what this denial notice is probably going to say is what are the grounds for the rejection? Coverage denials, where they deny covering services that you have not received yet, that's going to appear on what's called a Medicare summary notice. Now, the most common cause of coverage denials is really a determination, kind of a subjective determination by Medicare, that the service was unnecessary, at least as they see it. However, there are several reasons why Medicare might refuse to provide coverage. For example, there's a problem with a claim form that you submit, like maybe missing information, maybe some clerical errors, maybe an incorrect code. That could be the basis for a denial. So when you have a mistake on your claim form, what that usually means is Medicare couldn't process it, okay? If this is the situation, contact your provider. And usually they can correct the problem and end up resubmitting the claim for you. If Medicare has already processed your claim, you're going to need to submit a slightly different request called a redetermination request, which is the first step in the appeals process. In other types of cases, the document that you get might state that the service was not medically necessary. For Medicare billing, a procedure or an item is considered medically necessary if it treats an illness, an injury, maybe a condition or disease, and it meets accepted medical standards. So an example of that would be Medicare is not going to cover elective cosmetic surgery. They're not, because they consider that unrelated to the beneficiary's health. Whether health care is medically necessary can often be a subjective determination. If Medicare denied you coverage because a procedure or, let's say, an item was not medically necessary, you can appeal and simply explain why you need the coverage for your treatment. Now, the denial notice might also say something like, well, your claim does not support the need for the number of visits or number of treatments that you've been receiving. For instance, you might get this notice if you, let's say, had to visit a doctor fairly frequently. So again, this is a subjective decision that can be appealed and reversed. And so again, if you could show that the frequency of visits was medically necessary, you can get that reversed. So again, you're going to have to explain why in that situation where you went to the doctor a lot, why going to the doctor that often was so necessary. Sometimes Medicare denies coverage because of a local rule, let's say making a local coverage determination. And so in that case, the notice that you get from Medicaid is going to have to refer to the law, the local rule as well, and state how the beneficiary can get a copy. And as unique circumstances, they can affect how officials might interpret and apply local rules. You can appeal that determination as well. So hey, if you'd like to know a little bit more, drill a little deeper on this, on what to do when Medicare denies coverage, and maybe if you want to find out how we can help, we would love to talk to you. So we invite you, as we do in all of these Thirsty Thursday videos, is to go ahead and book a free 15-minute discovery phone call. Just go to our website, Legacy Planning Law Group. There's a button that says schedule a free discovery call. Click on it. Boom, takes you to our booking calendar. Pick the day and time that works for you, and it's a way for us to start the conversation. Again, that call is complimentary. If you've enjoyed the video, we ask that you like it, better yet, share it. And if you haven't already done so, join the many people that are subscribing to our YouTube channel. We have a lot of great video content up there, Legacy Planning Law Group. So I hope you've enjoyed this talk about what to do when Medicare denies coverage. I'm going to give another talk next Thursday at about the same time, part of our Thirsty Thursday series. So if you're thirsting for knowledge, we will quench your thirst. So Bill O'Leary signing off for now. Go make it a great day and a better world.